What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Something. Hit the keys. Here today with 10 free plugins to get your February started off right. If you guys could do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. If you get anything out of this content, it helps the channel out. Trying to get to 75K by the end of the year. But let's go ahead and get to our top story or our first freebie today. And our first freebie is for Soundbox, and it's called P-Tone. So this company named Kymatica Sounds, they found a random Casio keyboard somewhere in Poland, and they took this Casio keyboard and they ended up running it through different microphones, preamps, compressors, different kind of analog pedals and effects and stuff like that. So it came out to be a pretty cool, you know what I'm saying, little expansion here for Soundbox. Soundbox is a free engine that you can download too, so you'll be able to use this in this library engine. What's cool about Soundbox is that you get all kinds of different controls, different effects that you can use. You know what I'm saying? You can add on a ton of different effects. You've got modulation controls and you've got chords that you can use too as well. I've taken a few of the sounds from this and I've kind of put together a little sample beat for you guys today, but this is just the melody. All three of these sounds I used from P-Tone. Right? So some older sounding sounds, but they're being processed and they sound all right being processed. So like this is one of the sounds that I'm using. You guys know I love me, you know what I'm saying, a piano or whatnot. But you know, you're just gonna get all kinds of sounds like this in here. Sounds like this. Listen to some more of these presets. And again, what's cool about these is, you know, you've got stuff like chords. So now we can turn chords on. And then you can invert these chords. And you can bend them too. So that's just a fire feature there too in itself. Let's go ahead and check out a few more of these presets. One of these presets, it was an ARP, and I meant to use it. I can't find it now. I meant to use it, but I didn't use it. Oh, here's that ARP right here. This ARP is pretty fire. So you've got stuff in there that sounds like that. You know, so some pretty decent sounds. All these sounds work for lo-fi. See what else we got up in here. Check out one more. You know what I'm saying? So this has some decent sounds in there. I'd recommend it. I'll leave a link below in the description. All right, guys, up next, I've got a freebie. This one comes from the Crowell Hill Company in Vaults. They've just dropped a new addition to their Vaults library called Glass Breaker. So Glass Breaker is going to look like this. It's going to sound like this when you initially throw it on. So it's got a low pass filter, a delay, a reverb, and a crystallizer on this thing with a chorus here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go through some of these controls so you can hear what it sounds like. So obviously that's pretty cool. You can do a lot to get that just main Glass Breaker sound to sound a little bit different. Now, what does that sound like with the rest of the melodies that I had from Soundbox earlier? So again, not a bad little plugin if you're just looking for a neat little sound, little Glass Breaker sound, blot out. You've got it right here in Vaults. And the third freebie that I have for you guys today, this one comes from a newer company called Armory. I don't know if you guys saw a video I did, my last freebie video where I had turntable saw, and someone named Daphne had reached out to me in order to check out their plugin. I never saw the email. Well, this is from Daphne. She didn't hit me up to hit this or to put this out, but I had seen it, so I figured let's go ahead and check it out. Then I get to the website and I see Daphne and I'm like, that can't be a coincidence. And then I do a little more research and blah, out, same person made this one too. So let's go ahead and check this thing out. Daphne, I will tell you this is having a little bit of an issue. There is an error in this and I'll show you the error at the end of the video. I mean, it'll load and it works fine on my PC, but on the Mac, I'm having some issues with this. This thing is called Launch Codes and it's a synthesizer. It's pretty fire. It's going to give you wild sounds like, right? So obviously you're going to get control over things like your noise. You've got an oscillator here with attack, decay, and release. This is pretty cool because of the way the attack and the release work. So as you guys can see, pretty quickly, you can get to doing some wild stuff. There is only a few presets in this. Yo, this synth is fire, bro. We'll turn that release back down a little bit. Hey, this thing is kind of fire just because you can play with it and do so much with it. Fire, bro. Yo, this thing is so fire. I mess with this. Let's turn some of this noise back on. This thing's fire. Just some random stuff going on in here. Turn this wave shaper up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just some interesting noises in here. You can also move the effects around. So, blah, you see how I'm moving them around pretty easily. You can just put them wherever you want them to go. And then you'll notice where you put the effect changes the way it sounds, obviously. Pretty dope little synth there for impacts. It does have an issue though. I was having an issue reloading another project. So if I come here to this project right here and I try to load this project up, it's going to give me an error because of this plugin. So I'm just giving you all this information, Daphne, so that you have it. This is no insult to your plugin. But if you see, these are the codes, the error codes that it's given me when I try to relaunch a project. You can pause this, write it down, whatever you have to do if you're interested in doing that. But dope synth works fine on PC, but with Mac, it does crash it for whatever reason when you try to relaunch. All right, guys, and the fourth freebie that I have for you guys today, this one comes from Karanye Sounds. It was free during Christmas time, but I got a notification this morning on my Facebook that said it was still free. Like it came down, an ad came down. So I thought to myself, might as well promote it so somebody can grab it if they didn't already grab it. So it's called Mini Pool by Karanye Sounds. So when you open up Mini Pool, it's going to look like this. I have covered this. I have reviewed this. I've talked about this a ton. So this is just going to be a quick rundown. But you'll see here, you've got a few different layers. So you've got 3 different oscillator layers. You can fine tune each one of these layers. You'll see here at the top, there's different waveforms on each one of these layers. So you can randomize that too by coming down here at the bottom. You see how I'm randomizing it is changing the waveforms for me. So it's going to change that sound. Right, so that's pretty cool. And then each one of these symbols clearly is the oscillator or the waveform it's on. You can fine tune. You've got panning, you've got a noise oscillator, you've also got a sub oscillator. So you can turn these on. Go down one more. All right, and then you have ADSR over here. You have filter, delay, chorus, tone, and space. And you can randomize all these. So when you're looking at this, the red's going to randomize all the red. The green and blue is going to randomize everything that's green and blue. And then this right here is going to randomize everything. So like, let's say I hit randomize here and here. Now randomize everything. Same over here. We can randomize the loudness, ADSR, all that stuff. And then over here, we can do the same with the effects. And this will randomize everything. So you do have a bunch of presets in here that you can mess with, from basic to keys, a bunch of old school. Still my preset. Nope, just got to go up. So you're going to get old school sounding stuff like this in here. I messed that up. But yeah, you're going to get all kinds of sounds in here like this. And again, it's always fun to come down here and randomize. But yeah, I'll leave that link with everything else too as well. And up next, plugin 5 through 9. This all comes in a bundle. It's called the Ablaze Toolkit. Let's go ahead and take a look here at this thing. So the Ablaze Toolkit, it's going to come with 5 different tools. It's going to come with Lifter, which is supposed to help you lift your vocals. It comes with a Booster, which is a crunchy brick wall limiter with pre-clipping. You've got Pitcher, which is a dedicated pitch shifter for extreme vocals. Spoiler alert, this shit don't work. The other 4 do though. Bass drop, it's a bass and filthy bass drop generator. And then you have snare drop, the same. It's a hard hitting snare bomb generator. So let's go ahead, hop back into FL Studio, check this thing out. So I'm just gonna go through all these here pretty quickly. So I have, the first thing that I used was this Booster. So like I said, this Booster has a clipper and a limiter on it. So you can use this to boost your sound. So basically this loop's going to sound the way it's going to sound. And then I'm going to boost it with Booster. Just giving it clean gain. So as you guys can hear, that's just giving it some gain. You've got your makeup here too, so obviously. We're not going to take the makeup above 0 dB because that's just going to make it clip. Then you have bass drop. So this is basically going to give you a bass drop. Let me go ahead and lower my octave. So you see how it's going to give you like a little bass drop. You can make this go 2 beats, 4 beats, 3 beats. Then you have control. So you can control the curve on how it drops. You can make it go up to 8 beats. I think you can make it go up to. So you've got that too as well. You've got impact. You know what I'm saying? And then so it's a pretty cool tool just for, you know, obviously doing bass drops. That would be fire in a beat, you know? And then the next tool they gave us was this snare drop. So this is like a snare with reverb. It can also reverse for you too as well. And you can control the beats on this too. You know? So that's pretty cool. Obviously, you can make it go as long as you want on that build up. But it's cool too because it goes in reverse as well. You have like a different reverb or filter type on here too with this on the side, and up here it'll switch it to reverse. So this is pushing down the same key. You can hear the difference. Right? And then you can reverse it too. You know what I'm saying? So you can use that as a riser or something like that too. Another decent tool. Another tool in this kit that's pretty decent is going to be on this vocal. So it's going to be this lifter plugin. So with this lifter plugin, I can add high-end sheen above 2K, above 5K, or above 10K if I want to, and it's got mid-side processing. So again, I'm going to start with it off, and then I'm going to turn it on and turn up the air, and you'll be able to hear it. My love, my love, my love, my love, my love, my love. So you can hear from me going from 2.5K up to 10 kilohertz. The difference, it's picking up more of those mid-high frequencies there too as well. But what I'll do is for this doesn't really sound good in the beat. So I'll just play the melodies with this vocal, and then I'll turn it up so you guys can hear what it sounds like. So you can just hear how it's bringing that out. And then the last tool in this toolkit is this pitcher, which doesn't work for me. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to push play and you're going to see me mess with the pitch. This thing just doesn't work for me. It's not working. Yeah, so that shit don't work. So y'all got to fix that one. But the other plugins, you guys can use them. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have anything like that in your DAW, they're easily usable. And the last freebie that I have for you guys today, this one's actually 3. I was just going to cover one of them, but I figured, you know, at the last minute, we'll just cover all 3 of them. This one comes from Sonic Instruments, and they're giving away all their paid plugins for free. So as we see here, the main one that I was going to focus on was going to be this Apollon, which is a drum machine. They also have this BD 808. I covered the free version, but they're giving away the pro version, and then BDE 01. So you know what I'm saying? BDE, yes sir, all day. Y'all already know what it is. Pause. All right, but this one right here is a drum machine by Apollon. It looks nice. I was going to check this thing out, but unfortunately, it's not for M1 Max. So they have an Intel version on the Mac. And when you get it into your DAW and try to load it up, it loads nothing. So it loads nothing. Apollon, it gives me nothing. Nothing plus nothing is nothing, but it gives me nothing. So I couldn't test it out. So I'll leave that one up for you guys to test out. I'll let you guys hear a brief sample sound of it though real quick, because I believe they have some sample sounds down here, and you can hear what they sound like. Sounds like. All right, they do say this is suitable for deep analog beats, house, techno, minimal, lo-fi house music production. So that's what I got for you guys in today's video. Hopefully I could help you guys out with some of these freebies. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. I appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the key.